Good afternoon, Facebook land. This is Helen Macmillan, and welcome to day one of Pause for Peace. I decided to do this every day this week. I'm going to be on here at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and that's 9 a.m. East Pacific and 4 p.m. GMT for those of you in Europe. Because at this time, I've been I eat this stuff for breakfast, right? Like I teach people how to manage fear, move through fear, and become unstoppable in creating their most amazing lives, lives they love to wake up to every day. How to move through, because fear is the only thing that ever stops us, right? And so as you come in here today, um, just to say hello, put a comment in the section. I can't see exactly who's on once I'm doing a live on my business Facebook page, which is why I don't do them here more often. However, um, say hello to where are you in the world, and what's bringing you here, because I'll share first, what my intention was, but I want for you to set and create your own intention for this time, because I know the power of intention. And so, as I was saying, now more than ever, as we are faced with all the changes and that the COVID-19 or coronavirus has presented us with on the planet. One of the things I teach is that every challenge is an opportunity. And so now more than ever, it's useful to be able to consciously shift your emotional and your mental state, and to be able to focus on the things that are going to create a high vibrational state, because that is the state in which we thrive. That is the state in which our immune system functions more optimally, as opposed to being, hi, yes, I can see that it's Shelby. I can see that your message. So as I was saying, for those of you joining us, say hello, say where you're coming in from, and please post any comments or questions in the comment section. So the intention for this series is to help us to shift our focus from fear to love, and from pain to peace, to up level and keep our vibrations high, our mood elevated, and our support our immune systems in functioning optimally. Because I spent almost 30 years in the healthcare as a healthcare practitioner, and what I became a mind body expert. So I understand the impact of fear, of worry, of anxiety on our system. And even if you meditate every day, even if you say hello as you come in, please leave a comment in the comment box so I'll know you're here. I'm not one for like loving talking to myself. So as I was saying, as we choose to we have the power to choose how we feel by noticing the thoughts that we're thinking. How do we notice where our thoughts are focused? If we're having heavier or fearful thoughts, we're going to feel less energized. We're going to feel down. We're going to feel fearful. We're going to feel anxious. And so how is it? It's a true skill to find, to be able to tap into and find your uplifting thoughts, when the reality around you is that there is a lot happening that is beyond our control. For myself, last week, the thing that was really getting to me was my mind was like, oh my gosh, you have to cancel your trip. Now you don't know if they're going to lock the borders. Like those kind of thoughts. And what happened? I got more and more and more anxious. So it's not about pretending that we're not impacted by this. If you are an empath like me, one who is sensitive to energies and to other people's emotions and feelings, you are particularly susceptible. And we catch these like we catch a virus, right? So just as you practice your your being your pragmatic wisdom. So things like being mindful about limiting your exposure, being mindful, but you also have to really check in with your inner GPS, as I call it. And we always say, what's true for you makes you feel lighter. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Tracy. What makes you feel, what is not true for you makes you feel heavier. So if you are having heavy feelings, it's just an indication. It's not about judging yourself. It's about actually just beginning to notice, my thoughts right now are not aligned with my feel good. And if you make feeling good a priority, because making feeling good a priority also boosts your immune system, which keeps you safer, even better. So today I want to start out today with just taking a moment to acknowledge for ourselves that there's a lot going on that is uncertain at this time. And therefore, we choose to focus on what is certain. So choose to focus on what is going well around you. If you have food, then be joyful and grateful about that. Gratitude is one of the most powerful states of being. So if you have a gratitude practice and you've fallen off, restart it. You can do what Abraham Hicks calls have a rampage of appreciation, which is where you just walk around and you give thanks. So just now I went to walk my dog and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's sunny today. I feel grateful for that. Oh my gosh, it's not as cold as it has been. So what is it that you can find to focus on that is going well? And having the awareness, you're healthy right now. So being able to bring yourself into the present moment is another great tool for managing fear. And so in the moment, you would say things to yourself like, right now, I'm not hungry. Right now, I have toilet paper. If you do, yay, score. But seriously, what is it that you can focus on? And now more than ever, practicing emotional and energetic hygiene. So don't steep yourself in conversations that are scary or negative. If you're particularly sensitive, don't watch the news. You will get updates. Believe me, you can stay away from mainstream media and you can get updates. People are sharing updates in all kinds of ways. And once you've gotten the updates you need, stop. Focus on something else, right? Watch a funny movie. Go for a walk. And here's a really powerful tool. Simply decide to choose peace. Decide to choose love. Love is the antidote for fear. So look around you and focus on all the things you love and the people that you love. Connect with the people that you love. And there are wonderful tools like tapping. The Tapping Solution has an app. There's a free version of the app. They actually have a specific tapping routine on there for dealing with your fear around the coronavirus, if that's something that is challenging you. One of the things I'm also seeing is that if you know you have a tendency to focus more on fantasy, like what you prefer, like, oh, this is a fantasy, and pretending that reality is not happening, that's not helpful. Facing the fear is the way out of the fear. Acknowledging the fear to yourself, right? And saying, I feel, taking a compassion break and placing your hand on your chest and saying, I feel afraid. Start there, because your GPS cannot guide you from somewhere that you're not. It needs where you're starting out. It needs where you want to end up. So you acknowledge where you are, and then you decide what you would prefer. If I feel afraid, the first thing I do is I acknowledge that I'm afraid. And I have compassion for myself, the part of me that is afraid, that is uncertain what is going to happen, because most of us are scared of the unknown. It is what it is. Don't judge yourself for feeling afraid. And choose to acknowledge it and move through it. What would you prefer to be feeling instead? What can you focus on? What can you say to yourself? And one of them is simply saying, I choose peace. I also posted earlier today a Louise Hay affirmation. So saying affirmations to yourself, print them out, write them out, put them on your walls around you, and say to yourself, read them aloud to yourself. All is well. Only good is coming out of this situation. Another good one is, I don't know how all this is resolved in my highest good, for my highest good. I only know it is, and I'm grateful and thankful. So as you do that, you choose to focus and keep choosing peace. As an affirmation, you can go for a walk. With every step you take, you say to yourself, I choose peace. I choose to know that I am safe. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose gratitude. I choose appreciation. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here again, but I want to take a few moments just to tap with you, because tapping is one of the tools that I love. And so the first thing you want to do is to find if there's any anxiety or fear in your body right now about the situation. It doesn't matter. It might be for a loved one. It might be for yourself. It might be because of the impact. Every single person on this planet is impacted right now by this. So let's not pretend we're not, right? And let's start with, so just find that where it's living in you right now. Notice where in your body it is. And just tune in and identify, what does it feel like? A heaviness in my chest? Is it a tension in my shoulders or my jaw? Just notice for yourself. Take a moment and then take a deep breath. And don't judge it. It is what it is. Once you have it, I want you to rate the intensity of it. Just notice on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is it right now? I'm going to tune in for myself. What mine feels like as I tune in this moment is actually a tension in my knees and my calves, my feet. So you'll focus on whatever it is, and then we're going to start by tapping on the side of the hand. And you repeat aloud, even though I have this, whatever it is, fear, anxiety, tension, and you name the body part. So for me, it would be, even though I have this tension in my knees and my lower legs, I deeply and completely accept myself and my feelings. Tapping on the side of the hand, even though I have this, insert what it is that you're feeling. Insert where in your body you're feeling it. I choose to love and accept myself completely. And one more time on the side of the hand. It doesn't matter which hand you're tapping on. Even though I have this, and you name what it is you're feeling, I'm open to releasing this and choosing peace. And now we're going to go to the top of the head, and you keep focusing on that sensation in your body. And you just acknowledge it. This, whatever you're feeling, wherever you're feeling it. Inside of the eyebrow. This, whatever you're feeling, wherever you're feeling it. So for me, it would be, as we go to the side of the eye, for me, it would be this tension in my knees and my lower legs, my feet, under the eye. All this fear in my body. Under the nose, all this fear of the unknown. Under the mouth, all this uncertainty. Tapping the collarbone points, which are these points here. If you run along your collarbones, feel these bumps right under it, on the chest. All this uncertainty, and fear. Now you're going to go to the side of the chest, under the arm, on either side, it doesn't matter. All this uncertainty and fear in my body. Now we're coming back to the hand. I'm open to releasing this. Top of the head. I'm open to choosing peace. Inside of the eyebrows, I give my body permission to relax, even in the midst of all of this uncertainty. Coming to the side of the eye, I give my body permission to relax and know that in this moment, I am safe. Under the eyes, I give my body permission to relax and to trust that all is working out for my highest good. Under the nose, I give my body permission to relax into a peaceful state. Under the mouth, I choose peace. Collarbone point. Even though I can't control everything. Under the arm, I know that I can control where I put my focus. Top of the head. Choosing now to focus on being relaxed and peaceful. Inside of the eyebrow. Choosing now to focus on being relaxed and peaceful. Outside of the eye. Choosing now to be relaxed and peaceful. Under the eyes. I choose to exercise my power to choose how I feel. Under the nose. I choose to know that in this moment, I am safe and all is well. Under the mouth. I choose to trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Collarbone point. I choose peace. Stop tapping and take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel and notice. Notice the effects of the tapping. If you've noticed a shift of any kind, in any direction, even if you're not completely peaceful in this moment, if there's any shift towards that state, if there's any shift downwards in your number of your sensations. So as I check back in, that heaviness and that tension is completely gone from my lower legs and my feet. I still feel it a little bit in my knees. What do you feel? Leave a comment. Leave a comment in this comment section below. Has something shifted for you? And are you willing to choose peace? As you go through your day, I encourage you to keep bringing it back. You might need to leave yourself a love note. You might need to write yourself a little reminder. Choose peace. And then just notice as you move through your day what difference it makes for you. We're going to be doing this every day this week at 12. Come back every day and bring your friends. Tell your friends about it. Let's do this together. Let's raise the vibration. Let's choose the focus, not as a way of avoiding reality, but let's bring in. Let's choose. Nelson Mandela taught us that. You can choose your state of mind, your state of being. He could not choose whether his body was, where his body could be. He was imprisoned for 27 years, but he was free in his mind. That's what I had to remember for myself last week. When I felt like, oh my gosh, I've never lived in a time when I had restrictions on my freedom. Never. And most of us listening here have not. If you've not lived in wartime, right? Or if you've not lived in a country where, your civil liberties are restricted. right? Then you don't know it. And the point is that it doesn't matter what's happening around you. There is you can tap into and create. You have control over your internal environment. If you haven't tamed this wild horse, this racehorse called your mind, it's challenging to do. But that is one of the opportunities here. Every challenge comes with opportunities. Look for the opportunities. What you focus on expands. Choose peace. Choose calm. Because that is going to serve you really, really well. Hi, Marty. Miss you too. Glad you're here. I just did a tapping routine, so you can watch the recording later on to go through it. And please expand as you shift. Every single one of us, what contribution are you being to the planet right now? Are you, if you're, whatever state you are predominantly in, that's where you're tuned in. That's the contribution you're being. So we can choose to be the contribution of peace, of calm, of focus, of groundedness. And those of us who've been on this path for a while, now more than ever is the time for us to step up and to lead. And all leadership begins with self-leadership. So every time you wash your hands, choose peace. Choose to know that out of this, good will come. That, focus on that. And join me again here tomorrow at the same time, 12 noon, and we'll continue this conversation, and we will do more to shift art and up-level our vibrations. This is Helen McMillan from Helen McMillan Coaching saying thank you for joining me. Thank you. And keep choosing peace. Love you all. See you again tomorrow. Bye.